If you grew up in the Western culture like I did, and then you also grew up with media messages telling you left and right that you're not enough. While this isn't exclusive for just women, men get the same message. There does seem to be a imbalance in how much of this messaging is targeted towards women. And as if that isn't enough to convince you of what the messages are saying, which is that you're not enough, you're not beautiful enough, and you need to keep trying to be beautiful so that you can be lovable and acceptable, most of us probably have also encountered people we know telling us that we're not enough and need to look a certain way in order to be acceptable and to be womanly, what womanhood is. We're told this all of the time through the media and through people that we know. I grew up pretty thin, naturally thin, and so when I started to become a woman as a teenager, I really didn't know what to do with the curves that I was getting, but all I thought to myself was, these are bad and they need to go. Fast forward through several years of restrictive eating, and then binging at nighttime, and compulsive and obsessive exercising. Through the grace of God, I finally came to the realization that enough is enough, and I just didn't want to live that way anymore. And all I can say is praise the Lord for leading me to resources to help me out of that hole that I was in and the yoke of slavery that I was under. While it was a slow journey and still is a process I'm going through, I am so much further and better off mentally, emotionally, and physically than I was for a long time. One of the realizations that I believe the Lord gave me is that not only is speaking to my future children going to be very important so that I can help them not feel the way that I did about my body, but saying it is really not enough if I'm not living it out too. I knew that I wanted children, even though I didn't get a period for a long time because of the chronic stress I was putting my body under, and so didn't know if I could have biological children or not. I knew that I at least wanted to adopt and raise children. But I knew that if I ever was blessed with a daughter, that something deeply in me had to change to help her not fall into the same traps of shame and despair that I had fallen into. I praise the Lord for giving me glimpses of freedom over the years of what it would be like to not live under the bondage of slavery to shameful body image. And I believe I'm on the next leg of that journey. I have just started Heather Creekmore's 40-day body image workbook, and I am so excited to share about the joys and freedoms I find through this, through the Lord's grace and blessings.